Namaskar. Let's talk about the value of continuing education and why is it so important these days. One would be student safety. So, student safety, we as teachers promise our students that we'll keep them in a safe place, generally speaking. I believe that's what most of us are after. We want to prevent injuries in the class, and we also want to prevent students who have problems. They may have a pre-existing medical condition of some kind, and we want to prevent something happening that would be worse. For example, someone has high blood pressure. Maybe it's not such a good idea for them to do headstands. So we have to work around that and give them another alternative, keep them in the class, but work around the situation. And that's just one example. The other thing when you stop and you think about continuing education is developing a safe track record over time. So it's one of those things where if, heaven forbid, there was an accident in your class, you don't have a slew of accidents that happened before that. Instead, you have this proof that you've actually been following the safe path. So a safe track record really does help. The other thing is, with continuing education, there's a lot of information now, more available than ever before. When you stop and think about before 2000, the amount of medical studies that were done about yoga, it really pales in comparison to the amount that are now published on the internet. An easy way to get a confirmation of that would be just punch in Google Scholar and then do a search and name yoga for any medical condition. And what's going to happen is you're going to notice that there's been a lot of studies. There's been a lot of studies all around the world. So when we stop and we think about how important is this for us, well, it's very important because it comes back to what we were talking about, preventing injuries, being able to give your students reliable information. It's coming from universities and hospitals instead of just someone coming up with something that they heard from somebody else and they say. Instead of that, it's actually what we have is we actually have proof